Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Yep, we got him. Located old Papoose and Big Gwoat. Down there in Aruba, in the Caribbean. Chilling. No better time to plan a vacation out there in that sultry weather. Bouncing them coconuts off their heads, right? Let me tell you, man, some people are speculating that Papoose and Clarissa got the hell up out the United States. Just like Daniel Kinahan got the hell up out of Ireland, got the hell up out the U.S., got the hell up out of England, went to Dubai, was in Africa, was all over, him and his pops, the Kinahan cartel, because they didn't want to be extradited back to Ireland and these other places where a lot of crimes were committed to face the law. But you know what eventually happened to Daniel Kinahan? They got him. They got him. And now he's got to deal with the realities of the crime he committed. And Clarissa Shields, enjoy yourself out there with your man, Willie the Mac, Papoose. Because we haven't forgotten the crime you committed and why some people are speculating that y'all went up and away and flew up out the United States to head to Aruba, thinking you were Superwoman and Papoose was your Superman. But now it look like it could be handyman. Don't underestimate the powers of the handicap. Oh no, we didn't forget. We didn't forget. You went out there and assaulted Alicia Baumgartner. I hate when you run your mouth. Man, please, I hate when you run your mouth. I hate when you run your mouth. She ran her mouth, if that's what you want to say. But y'all ran up out the USA. Los Estados Unidos. Right to Aruba. That kind of sounds like, hey, are you dumb? Hey, are you hiding? Went out there to Aruba, got everybody wondering what the hell going on. Somebody said Pat proposed. Papoose proposed. I say, bullshit. Ain't no damn proposal taking place over there. But I tell you what, there's some crazy shit going on. Could be some kind of obia going on. Because she out there looking, let me not make that joke because y'all know I don't do that. But she looking kind of jumbie-ish, man. But at least she came out and let us know that she had somebody, a makeup artist, do some makeup, man. And, like I said, man, some jumbie out there, man. Clarissa, better be careful. Caribbean has some crazy shit going on.
Hold on. Make sure y'all see me. Now, y'all know I'm not the biggest person on makeup, but what did he do? I gotta go wash this off. I gotta go wash it off. I done sat in this man chair 45 minutes and he done played all on my face. I'm not... Thank God I love my natural face. I mean, damn, he at least could get the fucking eyelashes right. I mean, the eyebrows. The lashes are cool. I have to go wash off 95% of this. This is crazy. This is crazy right here. Hey, listen, y'all. I don't... Hold on.
Let me point something out to y'all. For those of y'all who are saying Clarissa went out there to Aruba, and then, trying to hide out from the authorities. I don't know if I want to go that far with it, but it makes for a funny-ass dialogue. But with her being out there and people saying she's trying to disguise herself, that's why she put on the makeup. Y'all have me cracking up. Hardy, hard. But I do think it's a bit crazy, man, that she went out there and whoever got their hands on her put all that makeup in her face out there in the Caribbean. hot sun, sultry weather. You out there got the coconuts, mangoes, pomerac, all kind of nice fruit, man. Chunnet and shit in the ocean, man. You don't need that makeup on. So I'm glad she came to her senses right here. You know what I mean?
First of all, y'all know I was speechless. Now I don't went in, had to get my face together, grab my Damani for my lips. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. I will deal with this and that any day. Yes, back to my pretty self. Yo, that was scary. That was scary. When I don't even try to so hard, I just got up and walked out. I was speechless, and y'all know I'm not really speechless, but I just was like, I can't even. I didn't really say nothing. I was gonna tell the man why you did this, but I said, you know what? I don't want to make nobody have no bad day, or I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So I said, I'm just gone. The lady asked me how I like the makeup. I said I don't, and I just walked off and back to my room, washed my face off, and now we're here. We're good. We're good. We're good.
But this is the thing. Why would they go out there to Aruba after slapping Alicia Baumgartner? Now, are they that brilliant to where they orchestrated the vacation, got that in place, and said, you know what? Right before we go on vacation, we're going to leave these content creators, leave these boxing fans with something to talk about. And in case things get a little bit hot with the authorities chasing behind us, with Alicia Baumgartner, MVP, whatever, then we'll just be out of sight and hopefully out of mind. By the time we come back, things would have settled down and they'll forget about Big Gwoat and Papoose. I'm going to tell you, I don't know about all that. But what I will tell you is Clarissa Shields and Papoose, they seem to be out there living their best life. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, when she comes back, I think people need to understand Clarissa's going to have to deal with the reality that she slapped Alicia. And the powers that be, they haven't forgot about it. Now, this is her with, Willie Mack. You can see they chilling. They chilling. They out there in the Caribbean. Willie Mack got on, I don't know what that is, man. I'm sure it's something name brand. She got on some little thing. He got on socks and sneakers in the Caribbean. He could tell he's no islander and shit. My boy got on socks and sneakers out there, man, chilling. Do your thing, Pap. I ain't hating on you. You only out there in the goddamn Caribbean, man. You should be barefoot, bare-chested, chilling in the breeze. But my man is out there doing his thing. And Clarissa's just there booed up. You see her, man, happy to be with her man, Papoose. And things look all good. They look like they're really enjoying themselves. And I ain't never going to hate on nobody for enjoying themselves. But I gotta keep it 100% real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying. You can be out there riding them horses and all that and chilling and showing everybody what you're doing. But I'm just telling you, the reality is there is a calm right now. And they may be getting some rain out there in the Caribbean. Maybe they're not. Maybe every day is beautiful, tropical climate. The weather's lovely. Maybe. But I'm going to tell you, when she comes back, if there was no storm on their vacation in Aruba, there's a storm that waits for her here in the United States or the Los Estados Unidos. So enjoy yourself in Aruba, because are you going to be in for a big surprise when you come back here stateside? How many of y'all think this is a done deal? Clarissa Shields putting her hands on Alicia Baumgartner. Did y'all hear what Alicia said? She's going to go a legal route, people. And I'll be honest with you. I don't like to see any of this drama going on. And yeah, Clarissa Shields is the person, man, who has a whole lot of culpability in all this shit. It don't matter two ladies going back and forth. That doesn't matter. You go back and forth, you go back and forth. But when you start putting your hands on people, that's where it becomes a problem. So Clarissa may want for people to see her as the black boxing Barbie. But that's not really how we see her. You know what I mean? We see Clarissa Shields for who Clarissa Shields is. And she is somebody who wants all the attention in the world and will try to get that attention by any means necessary. Now, this thing about the black Barbie. Barbie doll is cute, man. I like the little Barbie doll. Nice. I don't have daughters. If I had one, maybe I'd snatch one up. Wouldn't have Shields on it because Shields to me isn't setting the right example. But the Shields from a couple of years ago, yeah, maybe I would, because back then she wasn't caught up in a bunch of BS that I was aware of. But now that I'm cognizant of the way she conducts herself, probably wouldn't do it. But there was a time, but right now, no. So the thing is, if there's a lawsuit, what direction does it go, people? Now, I would talk to a couple of people. We had the president on here. Well, he's going to be a presidential candidate in 2028. Goldstein, I should have clipped his part where he was talking about Clarissa. Would have y'all cracking up. He called in last night. But he 100% believes that, ain't nothing going to come out of this. Clarissa just slapped Alicia. Not a big deal. He said Alicia should woman up. Don't go the legal route. Go fight Clarissa. Alicia said it's all about skills. It's not about size. She could beat Clarissa. So he's adamant that if Alicia and Clarissa were to fight, he feels that Clarissa would win, but he also is trying to hold Alicia Baumgartner's feet to the fire. Now, of course, I didn't agree with him. He's a Clarissa Shields fan, and, when you do have Clarissa Shields fans out here, they only see things one way. Clarissa is always the victim. Somehow he still found a way to blame Alicia Baumgartner. Now, I'm neutral. If Alicia did something that I felt warranted being slapped, I would say it. You know what I'm saying? If there was something happened that I felt where Clarissa deserved to get slapped, I would say it. But I didn't see anything happening between the two that would warrant for either one of them to put their hands on each other. But that being said, people think shit's sweet right now. I'm telling you, I don't see it that way. There's a reason why they're out there in Aruba and chilling. Sometimes you got to flee, get up out of there, let things die down, man. But you know what? You can leave the country. You can go wherever you want. But I'm going to tell you, with Clarissa being on the internet, trying to see what people are saying, she's addicted to this. But I also believe they're looking for updates to get a pulse on what's going on with this whole thing, with the legal issues and the legal woes that are coming their way. Y'all really out here think that Jake Paul, MVP, gonna let that shit go? Let's just stop for a second and be real. You really think at an event of that magnitude, all those legends on that fight card, that just because Clarissa and Papoose went over to Aruba, that they're just like, okay, cool, they're gone, we're going to forget about it? Let me tell you something, man. Them wheels are in motion. And remember, I hate for anybody to have to go through anything, man, legal and dealing with fines and different consequences or whatever. But I understand you can't do that. You can hit people. You can shoot people. You can do what you want. But there are consequences. And I really feel that for Papoose and Clarissa, the consequences coming. And they went up and did some BS with, in the environment of the wrong machine, the MVP machine, the Netflix machine, the Republican Party machine. This is way bigger than Clarissa Shields, Big Gwoat, and Papoose. It's real bigger than Alicia Baumgartner talking about, I'll whip your ass and all that. This is way bigger than that. Trash talk, cool. But it's even bigger than just the slap. It's where the slap took place and who invited Clarissa and Papoose to the event. Netflix invited them. Invitation only to sit in the VIP section. You ruined the trust of Netflix, key decision makers, to invite y'all two out. And you came out there and showed your ass. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I gotta ask, what were they thinking to come out there and act like that and think that things are gonna be okay? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a serious question. Why would you go out there after you were invited and go out there and do that? Now you're out there hiding in Illinois. You know what I mean? In Aruba. It just doesn't make any sense to me, man. So I'll be honest with you. I don't understand what's going on, but I'm just waiting to get the word as far as what's going to be next. Now I do have someone who I don't know where he gets his information from, but he always gives me a little heads up on things. But he's like, "Hey, Hood, the slap and all that ain't the big deal here. Yeah, they're going to send a message. Can't come out there to an event, Netflix, MVP, and think you can assault anybody. So the pressure's coming." I'm like, all right, cool. We'll see. Everything this person tells me, he's normally spot on. But he's like, the bigger issue here is what I've been telling you about with the corruption out there in Flint with Clarissa Shields and the mayor. And people are digging and diligently working to unearth even more devastating details on Clarissa Shields' level of involvement with the mayor. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know nothing about that except the little shit I see on the internet, but I'm waiting to see what else comes out. Because, you know, they say, yeah, if you have an itch, what do y'all do? Some of y'all wash your ass, some scratch, right? But you do something because you want to resolve that itch. Well, right now, there's something going on that's creating an itch when it comes to Clarissa Shields and this mayor in Flint. And people are scratching. You know what I'm saying? People right now are at a point where they're like, yo, we need to go out here and see what we can find out. Because from where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, I'm telling you, I hear when people are giving me this information, I hear them. I'm loud and clear. I said, makes sense. Makes sense. If I'm a guy and I had a lawnmower in my garage, say a basketball in my garage, if I had an ATV in my garage, and I had, let's say, a bicycle. First of all, I'm the ass for leaving my garage open, right? And if all of a sudden I go out there and I see the basketball, the ATV, the bicycle, right? And I see that it's missing. And I look over my neighbor's yard and I see the effing ATV. More than likely, it's going to make me go and dig to see if this bum took my bicycle, basketball, and the other shit I'm missing. You understand? Did I see him take it? No, but he got my ATV. He probably has the other shit, so I'm going to go and dig. So the fact that Clarissa's name is mixed up in possible corruption with the mayor, you just got to think big picture, people. You piss off a bunch of Republicans. This shit is political. I'm telling y'all, it's political. You pissed off them Republicans. Now they're paying attention to you. Now the shit's come out with this corruption out there. If you really want to stick it to somebody, you don't worry about the little queep shit. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for the significant stuff that's really going to make somebody miserable. You know what I'm saying? You remember growing up back in the day, I used to hear this thing, you know, and a child, you tell a child to do something and hey, go and clean your room. They don't do it. You don't really worry about it. You tell them to go wash the dishes. They don't really worry about it. Talk to them about their grades. They're BSing on grades. You don't worry about it. But at some point in time, you decide to get them, the old and the new, and you put some act right on them. With Clarissa and Papoose, man, and this whole thing going on, this is my opinion, and also from listening to people, but I formulate my own opinion. I don't just listen to what somebody tell me and run with it. I'm sitting back looking at this, and I'm like, I could see where there may be some powerful people sitting back saying, you know what? We're going to get them for the old and the new. We know that she's done this. We know that she's done that. She's been involved with this. She's been involved with that. But they will also understand she went out there and she's the last year or so been on this rampage, man. Big Gwoat, bad attitude, seeking virality, wanting all the attention in the world. Papoose coming to her life, man. Things have just spiraled out of control. Her brand's been decimated, but they made a choice because they thought that the attention was going to equal fame, which was going to equal currency or big financial payouts. And none of it happened. There was no big money made from what I know. But when you look at that whole dynamic, when you're dealing with smart people, they're not reactionary. You know what I'm saying? They sit back and they have patience out of this world. They have composure out of this world. So this is why I sit back and I'm just waiting to see. Because there's a calm, folks, and the storm is coming. Some people say, hood, man, now you're reaching on this. No, I ain't reaching on this, man. You see, I don't know your background, you don't know mine. But I can pull from experience and tell you that when you piss people off, powerful people, they don't just come out there, man, and go for your jugular. Nah. They'll have a conversation or they won't tell you nothing. They just sit back and make notes. And then when they say, okay, enough is enough, they have enough information on you to where they come and they sit down and have a conversation with you. They blow your mind when you realize they know all this about me, how they know this, how they know that. Because people talk too, man. People will tell on your ass. People will expose you. How many of y'all, put it to you this way. How many of y'all believe that with Clarissa Shields, if in fact there's some kind of investigation or somebody reaching out to people who may know certain things about Clarissa and her involvement in different things, right? Because sometimes they find out good, they find out bad. But when you have people out here, man, doing a bit of an assessment on the climate or doing a bit of an investigation, they talk to a lot of people. Does anyone feel that there are people out here who may talk about things that Clarissa may not want to get out or only they would know, but she's burnt so many bridges that people will willingly come forward and talk about things that could put her in a bad space? Even if it's just her character. Or it could be incriminating stuff. You see, that's why I always talk about the importance of attitude. Attitude. And I'm sitting back waiting to see what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, I am not rooting for Clarissa. Like this thing, the petition, I mean, it's interesting. People out here doing, I mean, do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Want a petition, or try to have a boxing license revoked. I mean, I can't stop anybody. That's interesting to me. I've been telling y'all from day one, it's like a good case study to me. I just sit back watching it play out. Some people want her to win. Some people want her to lose. Her champion's neutral. I just think the shit's interesting. And I enjoy talking about it from time to time. You know what I mean? But that being said, old Papoose, he been flying underneath the radar. And he's done a damn good job at flying underneath the radar. But he misstepped big time going out there to that MVP event when they were supposed to be in that Netflix VIP section. And for some reason, he either encouraged Big Gwoat or he didn't stop Big Gwoat from going over there and getting into it with Alicia. This is the kind of attention they just did not need. Now, we talked about this, the crash out that's coming. Now, this is the next crash out that's coming. It has nothing to do with all this stuff I'm talking about right now. It's BET Awards. Clarissa's been nominated. Now, we know she's not going to win that award, right? If she wins that award, I'll be shocked. But I don't think she's going to win that award. But she's going to have something to say if she doesn't win. And she's going to go out, she's going to raise hell. And then next year, I doubt she's going to win that one because of the stuff that's happening this year with Alicia. So the bottom line is Clarissa is not winning much of anything these days. And it has everything to do with the choices she's made underneath the tutelage and advice of Papoose. So let's sit back and see how all this plays out. Because she out there on vacation. She chilling with her man. But they in the calm right now. They in the breeze, sultry weather, white sands, turquoise water, coconuts bouncing off their heads and shit. They out there chilling. I understand that islander lifestyle. I get it. But I also know all that fun in the sun shit, once you get back on that flight and come back over here to the States and you land, whether it's in Miami, New York, or wherever you landing at, wherever you're returning home to, and you come through there and you deal with them stinking attitudes, especially landing in fucking New York, you know what I'm saying? You come back to the reality of, I got to deal with all this crap that I left here with these stones unturned, these unresolved issues and all these stones that have been unturned. Because when they start flipping things over, they're going to see shit they left over here unresolved has gotten even more ugly. Anyway, y'all keep cool. I'm just sitting back observing, folks. Located them out there in Aruba. Yep. They know MVP and Alicia and everyone else, they've located them. They know exactly where they're at. Anyway, y'all keep cool. More to come on old Papoose and Clarissa. I just think you're getting more and more interesting in the breeze.